were going to 2-0 SG. And then they lose those 2 games. They wind up down here, and they have just been on the grind. You know, it's like they have to play matches with Balrogs, and they're going to play Ravens, have to play Okori if they can keep it going through. Meanwhile, Ravens, they had to fight Infamous, and they're like, they're looking like the best team in the qualifiers. It's okay. It's all right. We got 2-0'd. We'll just meet them again in the finals.
True enough. And that might just be what happens, depending upon how it all goes. But regardless, we do have the game underway now. Hiko stepping forward, trying to catch somebody on the outskirts to figure out if there are any runes nearby. There is one up on this high ground right here, and another one spotted. See if he manages to find the angle on it. Doesn't look like he will. And look up top. Dodd just completely hiding on the other side of the map in case anybody happened to be near him. It's like, I'm not sticking around.
30 seconds to battle.
Well, anything that looks surprising or stuff that seems like it could be a bit of a rough matchup as far as these lanes are concerned?
Well, the first thing I was thinking was I was watching that game, the 66-minute match for No Runes versus Balrogs. That was yesterday, where Mini was on the morph, and they did eventually win, but it wasn't free. That game got real wild at the end. So I'm looking forward to seeing how his Morphling game goes this time.
Okay. He can have a bit of a better time of it. Hasta luego.
But
love the voice lines.
Yeah, in terms of these by the way, all the South American cast ones are so good. Like the whole SA scenes, voice lines, I have to say their package just everyone I clicked, I was just dying. they really went for the onomatopoeia, lots of nice imitations.
It's good. It's good.
Look at him just decaying this guy and not giving him uproar stacks. This isn't fair at all.
That's really got to be annoying. Kara going up against Hiko Hansies up here on the top lane will be something to watch for. We also talked a little bit about Guts playing on this Necrophos this time against the Tiny. Will have some issues, obviously, with just the high base damage that you get, but it's actually doing a pretty good job of still getting a couple of these last hits in there, not getting completely zoned out as we sometimes see the Tiny do against these ranged mid laners. I guess just the ability to spam out a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little unusual to see the Necrophos these days. Like typically we almost only see it versus like the Ember, but this is one of the other rare situations where like maybe you see a couple of really strength-based heroes. This time in the Timbersaw and the Tiny. And you're gonna try and like cut through all that big beefy HP pool. So we'll see how well Guts does with it. The nukes will come in later for sure from the Morphling, and then the earlier end it just has to be from Jupiter. But that has to be like kind of quick, with like Scythe and the Mystic Flare and everything. So, I'm looking forward to see how successful they'll be with that setup.
You talking about against the troll? Or against
just in general, just like, I mean, especially the troll. That's a good point. I just meant more so like, all their heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. That's going to be their main avenue, trying to make those fights work successfully. Sarum pulled back in a little bit, and he just stepped out too far. Smar gets the quick kill onto him, and I mean, he still had some like mana pool. He just sort of got caught a little bit far forward.
Yeah, we're seeing this a lot as well lately, where the no value point in the living armor, which can be a bit weird.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what most of the Treant players are doing, and this guy's a Grandmaster Tree, so I'm sure it's correct. But, typically when you think of Tree, you're thinking like, okay, there's going to be like living armor sustain. That's really good for a Morphling, because he can abuse it with the regen and in combination with the shift. But it's just, the Tree players, they just say the Leech Seed and Nature's Grasp are too valuable, and it's better to do it this way.
Yeah. I think showing also there the value of like having both the Whirling Death early and then pairing that together with a Fade Bolt after the Whirling Death came out. It's like, efficiency in nuking. Always good. This mid lane dynamic, though, something that I want to watch for is Guts eventually is going to be able to have some really good sustain, I would imagine. I'm curious what point he takes the Ghost Shroud, if he thinks that he needs it like on the sort of earlier side here for any rotations, or if he feels like it's just more valuable to have the sustain and maxing out that Heartstop Aurora.
Yeah, and what fear do you have when this tiny hits 4? Like, is there a chance that he's just gonna get like right now? You know, if when he hits 4 in a second here, is there a chance he just gets Ava tossed to the range creep and dies?
Right.
If he doesn't
Yeah,
have
it's
the
like
Ghost Shroud?
it's playing with a little bit of training wheels on the Necro in a way. But do have a crash. Hopefully our homie, Mr. Skywrath Mage, can get back in time. So far, all of the lanes looking pretty freaking good for Ravens. I was worried that this top lane was going to get into more trouble. I guess that probably comes later after like Undying runs through his first mana pool, and as the levels start to stack up a little bit more, that's where you'll probably see more of the spam become an issue from this dual lane.
Yeah, I think the spam of Jupiter Skywrath Mage is just helping to delay any sort of commitment there from Dad. Plus, he's playing Troll Warlord, so it's like, yeah, I can definitely bully in the lane if I want to, but Primal Beast is a bit of a tougher hero, and I really want to get all the last as I can because I'm looking back Battle Figure on the earlier end, so they have to play that game a little bit. He does just get his boots and a fresh round of Tangos as well in Hiko, so he's been saving up for a while on that.
Right. Mid lane, still keeping an eye on this one, seeing if they do decide to step forward, but it does look like level 4 gotten for both saving and no points yet in the Ghost Shroud means this gank, it's going to be pretty effective. Avalanche looks for a toss back. No! It doesn't matter. He gets the toss onto him and then kills him with the tree. So they still bring him down. And yeah, no Ghost Shroud means killed.
Yeah, Jupiter does taunt himself away, though, and seals their bounty run up top. Para just had to watch it happen. But yeah, he's knocking me back at a very good time at all. He's losing some creeps right now. There's even a range creep under his tower. He will get back in time for that at the very least, but can't contest the water runes.
No.
Oh, and Sky's not going to be there. Oh, Sky is there.
Interesting.
He did.
Okay, this is a big kill for them. If they can get it easily. Tosses away. Guts moves back in. The spam is there, but it's not quite enough. And in fact, the lift is going to keep the Tiny alive. So they knew a good job of covering, and these rotations from the Rubik early, this has been solid.
I actually can't believe he got there in time for the save. Unfortunately, he took the water rune on the way by. Probably thinking, like, oh, I should grab this before they take it, but could have maybe even secured that for his mid, too.
Yeah. Nico being zoned out right now by this Undying. Has 2 points in the Tombstone up top as they try and make a little bit of a go on Takara. Does not quite look like they're going to be able to bring him down. In fact, might have gone a bit too far. No points in the onslaught yet. And that does mean that it's some pretty good damage here on a Jupiter. Mr. Handsies, where you going, buddy? Slow down, punched, and the zombies, they're going to play cleanup.
I was thinking as well, like, I wonder what happens when he hits 6 on Hiko. Like, can he actually kill anyone? I don't know if he'd be tanky enough to actually kill an Undying, and then if you don't get the kill, he like drops Tombstone. I feel like Undying just gets away. Can't really go mid because, like you pointed out, this idea of the Avalanche does get a lot of trample damage right now. It's down bottom. They lose Serum. Dad just takes a ton from these two. He's dead.
Wow, that worked. They make it work. And if you can get to 6 before Troll gets to 6, there's definitely going to be some kill potential in that lane. But I don't know. We'll see if that sort of level discrepancy is going to end up becoming a bit of a thing here, as Troll does miss out on some CS. Again, the rotation back towards mid. Have a toss if they wanted to use it, but don't get a good angle. And so Guts, he's just going to be able to walk away from that one.
That was weird. That was just like straight up not respecting the Primal Beast. He just got trampled on for like the full spell. That's another kill.
Toss. Serum goes down. A couple of strange deaths in this early going here, as Mini, also down bottom, is taking a lot of damage. Not quite level 6 on Benjaz, but guess who is? It's gonna be Guts. Mr. Jeans makes the move on over and keeps his regen rune going the whole way through. That's real nice.
Oh, that's actually so good. Great TP down. We'll be back in time for some of the creeps in the mid. That's going to send Jupiter back up top here. He goes only 5.5 though, so I mean you have to be like directly on top to set a trample play like that, and unlikely he's going to find that again until he has the level 6, and he's going to try an onslaught for something on the Troll, I'm sure.
Yeah. Does mean Troll kind of has to play a little bit more safe and is actually going to leave the lane now. Go off to the jungle, get some farm on. 6-minute or 7-minute mark rather means this is also open for picking up some neutral items. It's the pick pull, and guess who is left behind? Poor old Kara. Not going to drop the tombstone for extra gold, and just accepts his fate.
Serum's up here too. They're just going for the full commitment. Now, keep in mind though, Benja's also going to be hitting level 6, so that's could be an issue there for Mini. Not much changes for a Morphling at level 6. However, Timbersaw, of course, gets access to like his best spell pretty much, and that's what will hopefully drive the enemy carry out of lane.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that you would have some, much like playing against like Rubik or whatever, as Morphling, you could do some like turning into the Timber and try and kill him with Whirling Death yourself. But Mini, not even actually opting to take the level yet. Toss back underneath the tower. Kara's there. Guts still does not have a point in Ghost Shroud. But
Sight's back in a
the rest of the team nearby, looks like he's going to be comfortable with this. Kara's still sticking around, thinking about chasing. Serum getting gone on by Dad. And he's going to die. So the slow, steady beatdown results in 1 kill onto the Treant Protector while forcing Guts back a bit.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, Hiko is pulling up top as the waves are going to hit, so he's just like farming into the camp. I love this play. This is like this is the new hero thing, I guess, right? Dawnbreaker, Primal Beast, they can both just nuke waves and camp so simply with one spell.
Right. Yeah, it's good. And then the tower starts to fall after the fact. And Mini is sticking around. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, that invis root on Tiny. He passed so close. Oh, he might still be dead.
No, he wasn't even looking.
The Sentry Ward, they spotted it. And in the meantime, they find the Undying up top again. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, actually, before you start talking about the Morph thing, I was about to say that Kara's 100% going to die. Because he's just, like, walking up there to ward, and there's just, like, Onslaught Undying, or Onslaught plus the Skywrath Mage. And if the Troll's not nearby to threaten at all, then, yeah, Undying's just a free kill every single time.
And while they will get some good damage onto that bottom tower, top is already gone as Serum pops the Leech Seed, wants to run away, and looks like he's going to be fine. Bottom still being hit, but they're moving in with the Primal Beast. Mini.
Ooh, I like this.
Chase forward. Benjaz gets some separation. And now he's gone a bit too far. Immediately interrupts the Pulverize. Hiko mega dead. And they were not anticipating that reaction.
Yeah, I know they brought all these TPs down here into a losing engagement. This does not feel very good. And if you're Ravens, hopefully you get the message of just like, yeah, we should keep pushing this because they've actually tried to get down here and they're getting nothing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that does not feel great. And you're still kind of in this area with the tree keeping it alive. Maybe you can start to get some spam to force them off the area. But Guts now also TPs in.
This seems crazy.
I am not sure about this decision. Ghost Shroud, walk away. Dad in some trouble, but they go with the Reaper Sight, try and kill him off. It is enough. Guts now needs to back away or go in further onto Benjaz. I guess he still has Chakram to get out of here if he wants. And Benjaz, eventually, he goes down too.
You know what happened? Is I looked at my brain, I said, this seems crazy. And then I clicked on Dying, and I was like, oh, wait. He doesn't have Tombstone. Yeah. And then I clicked Rubik, and I was like, oh, wait, he's not 6. And I was like, never mind. This is fine.
Hiko just took that entire hard camp car as, oh, that was the shortest onslaught that I've ever seen. And slow down. Couple more hits, Hiko. You've already used your Pulverize. You've already used your onslaught. Now you're in some trouble. Oh, my goodness. Hiko getting chased down, but they don't want to go any further. It's a little bit too scary. So another Tombstone dropped and not really much gained.
Primal Beast is now the best offlaner in the game for stealing stacks.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's anyone better. Like, sure, he can't do Ancients that well, but you think about like something like a Tide Hunter or something who can sometimes do it. It takes him a while. Like that's sure, I don't take any damage, but it takes me forever. Razor was like a decent hero at doing it, but you have to like spam your ulti and bring a couple of heroes. Primal Beast, it goes so fast, like one trample. You can like trample, then onslaught your way out of there.
Right, and even we saw, I think, a Primal Beast doing Ancients the other day. It wasn't the fastest thing in the world, but he was able to do it.
Yeah, I think it was Hiko. Because I think he's the only one with head.
Silence moves in. Pulverized, Mystic Flare. It's not enough, but the Reaper's Sight, that will definitely be. Turnaround, stolen Reaper's Sight. Smart, able to make something out of nothing there.
Hell yeah, 1 mana regen forever on a Rubik? Are you kidding me?
That's actually sick. Okay.
That's amazing.
I didn't realize you got to keep that stack. That's
I actually
so
don't know
cool.
if you keep it anymore. I don't know if you keep it after you lose the spell. All the permanent stuff has changed over time. I guess we'll find out, huh?
He's not gonna use this spell on anything else. He's definitely gonna try and get another kill with Reaper Scythe.
I'll just keep refreshing it the whole game. I'll just never lose it.
That's right. Wow. Benjaz trying to play a little bit of catch up himself. It's not been terrible. The main person that's been hurting so far has been this Tiny, who has fallen down fairly low on the net worth, trying to get towards a Blink Dagger, but it might be a little while.
Every time I just hear this Primal Beast rearing up, I think someone's in trouble.
Those creeps are in trouble.
They were in mega trouble.
Pansies has another Mystic Flare. If they wanted to go with Pulverize, they could, but they won't take that chance. Yeah, interesting sort of like farming pattern that it feels like they have to stick in with Raven. They're always making sure that this troll is protected and that are a couple heroes nearby. So if that Pulverize comes out, they can save him.
I think his game's going really well considering that whole fight bottom where he died. Like, all his farm before that was great. You look at Mini, like, Mini's a little bit ahead of him, but Mini also hasn't died this whole game. And Dad's been forced to be a little bit more involved.
Benjaz, Overgrowth, Mystic Flare, Reaper's Scythe, and done. Doesn't matter if you got a pipe, doesn't matter if you got a bracer. That's a lot of magic damage.
Yeah, at some point you can just burst through it when you have the Mystic Flare, or the Ancient Seal rather, and that's still only level 1, so it's only the 20% increase for now.
That's a scary thought.
Dismar is definitely looking for a smoke right now, though. He's like, yo, Timber, come back. Can we smoke? I have Scythe. Please.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and particularly against a Morph, it feels like this should be a kill that's definitely possible. But they are going to rotate down and instead run into him, and he might be the one that's in a little bit of trouble here. Guts immediately gets him. Tries to TP out. Do they have a way to break it? No.
Ooh.
Barely getting home there.
Okay. Every time I look at Hiko, he's just hitting creeps.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, he kept the mana regen. It does stay still. Let's go.
I like it. I like it. It's good to know. Well, you said that you felt like you're impressed with Dad and the way that he's been sort of playing this one. Has that Battle Fury done now? First component of a BKB. It's a 2,000 gold lead, but you would imagine that this is where things start to feel maybe a little bit better for Ravens if they can get some free time for Troll to farm.
Yeah, and he feels like he needs a lot too, right? Like, because he'll have the ulti for the Dispel, but he's going to need a BKB. He's going to be fighting as this BKB hero versus both Tree and Sky. So on the one hand, you don't want to BKB early because of Overgrowth, but then you also kind of need a BKB or you get forced to early versus several of the other heroes between like Morphling, Necrophos, and Sky. So it's a tough one. I mean, he just doesn't care apparently.
Yeah, runs in. Not afraid in the least bit. Well, that was a big smoke gank.
Dismar got it, though. He has morphed. I have become the tanky
nice.
one. No agi, baby.
Yeah, he keeps a little bit for the armor there. That's probably the smart play. But yeah, that's good. He is a big boy.
Wow. Real Rubik's goes 0. Come on now. Beef it up. It's so much magic damage. Give me all the raw strength.
Runes, they're looking. I mean, this is just the gank squad, right? Anybody that they find, dude, if they get Dad, Oh, he's running right on in here. They're waiting. They're so ready for this. You know that he wants to go on up here and farm this creep camp, but they're going to instead find the tombstone, and they're all in trouble now. Finds one for the kill. Guts now also getting ran at, and with everybody all on top of him, it's going to be 2 dead. Man, think about what could have been there. The difference between finding the troll alone and then just losing their entire team.
Yeah, it felt like with his positioning and the way the Ravens played that, they sort of knew what was going on there. So very well done.
Damn. Crazy.
That's a good one. Oh my God, Sarah, run!
Yeah, tree in trouble.
I thought he was
Classic
tanky.
Timbersaw.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Are you not tanking when you take like 650 pure damage anymore, I guess?
Apparently not. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
It's the lore, you know. Tree versus timber. It makes sense.
That's right. And you can see that after like those couple of deaths that Benjaz had, by virtue of just getting like completely blown up instantly, he's going back for this Lotus Orb. So he has a way to deal with the silence, has a way to deal with the overgrowth.
And especially because it can obviously give you options in a fight to try and help out someone like your troll, because they're going to be very dependent on Dad throughout the rest of this game. So trying to give him space to use his BKB when he really needs it is going to be very important for them. And meanwhile, Mini is just still farming away, much like Dad. Dad, unfortunately, I was going to say he's the only one hanging up there. Timber's not that far behind. It's not like they're, you know, out of the complete range of them gold-wise on the side of free runes. Or no runes, rather.
Minengo Flow definitely is. He's not had a great one.
No.
About 2,000 gold behind the next. But he does have his Blink Dagger and a Haste Rune ready. They get a couple kills. Maybe that's where he pulls it back.
We'll see how the smoke angle does.
Still, nobody has taken a tier 1 tower. And Hiko looking to change that by getting a kill first onto Benjaz, blowing him up, bringing him down. Did not have that Lotus Orb ready yet. And Guts still standing up front and center. They're beating away at this tower, and it looks like they're going to stay here until it's all the way done. Goes for the deny. What? Dude, how do we keep on having denies like this?
Yeah, I actually don't even know. The range heroes are just OP, I guess. Dismar did wind up with the Pulverize, as you can see there, so he was kind of waiting there. They were all grouped up, but you can't just let it rip in that situation.
True.
Mr. Jeans will show bottom lane, so they're going to know he just TP'd in. They could try and jump someone mid because of that, but the only one they see is a Primal Beast. That's a bit of a tough ask.
He might kill him with Pulverize here. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. They have the lift after. Where's the rest of the team? Get him. Avatos. Punch. It's not enough. Why is this hero so incredibly tanky? All right, it is. Dismar made it happen. Damn, dude. That was hype.
Middle tower is under attack.
All it took was a massive nuke from Rubik. Man, his Fable did 608 damage. Is that real?
Did he do it 2 rounds? Might have done 2 rounds of it.
He most certainly did.
Are fortified.
That still seems kind of insane to me. What a spell.
Yeah.
10-second cooldown these days, huh? That's where we're at.
That's nutty. He doesn't even have a neutral item.
Oh, yeah, he's waiting for the Eye of Zir. He got him again.
Yep. That is a really good spell to steal, and the Morph Agi means he lives forever, but it's not going to be long enough. Mini on the double kill. As Guts still chasing Benjaz, has the Spirit Vessel looking for the turn, but no Ghost Shroud. Dad just turns, punches, rips and rolls. And they are going to claim their own tier 1 tower mid now.
All right, you will take that sacrifice, I would say, as the support Rubik and support Tiny.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It's only a little flip.
Does suck.
I'm just joking. It's okay.
Dire's top tower is
It does
under attack.
suck a little bit to lose the Pulverize, gotta say.
It's all right. He'll get it back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also true. Big buff. Big buff alert. Buff alert. Wait, can you steal? You can definitely steal Uproar, right? I assume.
I think so. Yeah.
Now I'm
why
not
wouldn't you
sure.
be able to? Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, because
Yeah.
now that's a really big buff because you can use it while you're channeling. So you can pulverize into instant Uproar. So that should be harder for Rubik to steal
Oh,
right? That's
a
new.
good point.
I'm gonna have to test it.
Yeah,
So
that
important.
makes that is definitely a big part. He should be doing that if nothing else. I would imagine that you can steal it. That would be the only reason.
That's my thought as well. But you know
Yeah.
what? We got to make sure. That's what demo
Fair
mode's
enough.
for, everyone. You know, it's a new hero. We don't want to be given misinformation on the cast here.
That's right. Well,
I
new
would hate to
change
do that.
for a new-ish hero. Fair
Ah, he's new to Captain's mode. That means he doesn't exist for pro players until then.
That's right, to be honest. DD Tiny.
He can definitely steal that for.
Die.
All
I'll
right,
scan.
there you go. 100%.
All right.
All right.
So,
we
from now on,
pulverize,
Hiko
then we
has
up
to be
for.
hitting that. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, he also has to have it available, right? It might, it might be on CD or whatever. So.
Right. But with how good Pulverize is, I feel like you've kind of gotta do it, right?
Yes, I would agree.
It's so valuable. See if it makes it happen. But for now, 11-15, a 2,000 gold lead for Ravens. Over the last couple of minutes, it feels like they've been able to get things going. And I will say that we've had sort of a long series of like 2-0s, I think, in this entire tournament. It feels like it's a region where momentum matters so much. This first game has been so telling of like what ends up happening in total throughout the rest of it. Gets the blink away, dude. Hiko.
See ya.
Ooh, man.
Wow, really? That surprises me that it's at 65% for Dyer.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way. I am a believer in Troll. I will say, I feel like for the first time since the Troll Sniper patch, I feel like this hero is actually really strong because I do think the Ensnare versus the Magic Community is pretty crazy. Like I think we just saw it in the series before this. Troll won the game with some great Ensnares, high skill, pressing that button.
Right. What do you think about Troll Axe?
Well, I mean, I think the X is pretty good.
It's pretty cool against the Necro in particular, I think.
Yeah.
Just has it
Alright.
completed.
Oh, wow. I actually didn't know it was done. That is all right. I like that.
Hiko, Pulverize, goes for it. Stills, not Pulverize. Good job there by Hiko to cover it. Tiny dead, now jumps through the Timber. They're going to kill off the Tombstone. Tombstone was stolen and also died. Dad tries to get out of this fight, does not want to take it any further. And they will all just get out of harm's way. So yeah, good job there, Poppin', and but I don't know if he's still trample or if he's still pulver.
I did
uproar.
see trample
Radiant's
at
bottom
one
tower
point there. So
is
whatever he
under
did, it worked out.
Yeah.
That is for sure. A little pause there. So Tiny, the only one to fall in the situation here as we start looking towards our first Roche. Whenever you're playing with a Morphling, you can do Roche typically extremely fast if you have any sort of a tank on your team. And, I mean, they have a living armor sending to a Necrophos as well as a Primal Beast, so pretty good on that regard. Where is Mr. Jeans going? He's TPing bottom. Man, he loves this bottom lane. He's
That's
always
true.
going there.
There's always farm there. I think it's interesting seeing the Troll Warlord rush Ags. I don't think it's the type of thing where it's like always good, but I think it's really good this game against Treant Protector, against like if Scarith Mage ends up gaining Atos or something later. Obviously very good to dispel Necro and all the stuff he's doing.
Yeah, especially that's got to be the big reason, just the Necro. Just like feels really good.
Okay, pulling Mini. He's rooted. Oh, but the Manta and then the getaway. Well played, well played.
That timing on the ensnare, it just, whenever you're playing like Morphling or Puck, you're looking for that like perfect moment. You're just doing your little finesse moves, and suddenly one little button stops working, and it can really spell disaster very quickly. So, quick little fix there.
Yep. Imagine if he got rooted on round hit, 2 hit, as he was coming out of it. The dispels are definitely big in this one. Finishing off
cool
that
if you
Lotus.
That'd be cool if your Whirling Axes dispelled allies too.
Ooh, now you're talking.
I guess that'd be too broken though, because this hero probably is already pretty good.
Radiant structures.
Well, Dad and Benjaz ready to hit the tower together. Pops the BKB, forces that one out. That's not what they wanted, but now the Pulverize, the combo, it's there. And Timber just went in way too far.
Yeah, that was after he had actually Lotus Dad. So Dad went the extra mile by popping the BKB, but the Lotus was already there, so it was just going to get canceled anyway.
That's wild. They get the D ward here now too. And with no Timber Saw, popping that BKB, I wonder if they can get, they're comfortable just heading right into Roche. I mean, why not? No BKB on Troll.
Blink Dagger's on the way as well for Serum, so easy control in these fights.
I don't know. They do see Hiko there outside the pit, and they also see the Necro moving in, so they know this is going on, and yeah, they just realize we can't take this fight. Wow. Big stuff. Well, Trent.
Yeah, immediately running to their territory. This is my favorite move. Get Aegis, run up high ground.
Yeah.
No one wants to fight a fresh Aegis. You don't want to be doing that. Top lane, probably try and push that in and pressure that tier 2 tower. And with the Blink Dagger on tree, it's going to be very hard for Ravens to take this fight. Best case scenario, I think, is them trying to find Mr. Jeans. Because I'm sure at this point they realize where he's been playing most of the game with these boots of travel. He's like trying to farm the bottom half of the map and create all of this gold for himself while still providing the rest of the map for his team. And so far he's gotten away with it like almost completely.
Yeah. Yeah, constant, pretty greedy plays that have not been able to be punished so far. The Troll Ags, now you do have avenues to sort of do it, but it's actually already out. So go on top with the boots.
They spotted on a ward as well. They head in the lane. They saw him TPing to it, so they just continued to push bottom. Hey, if you get this trade, that's great, but they know that, no, we don't give up free trades. We have the Aegis. And Ravens were well ready for that. So get on into there.
Yeah. Scan even connecting, knowing that they were there. But the rest of No Runes going to head out, farm up the rest of the map. As they've got 3.5 minutes left on this Aegis. And for Ravens, the game plan here starts to feel kind of weird. Even though it's like, 1,000 gold lead, it's been pretty even throughout this entire time. Kind of has the feeling that if you lose like a fight during this Aegis, your entire map is just going to go dark, and then you're going to be left with nowhere to farm and slowly fall further and further behind.
I think there's a lot of pressure for me on Dismar on this
Yeah.
Rubik. I think that he is like the player that could really make that big step up play that could save them. That one clutch grab onto someone like Mini who's trying to get a bit greedy or something in terms of his movement. If he can get that big steal on something like the Scythe to try and take down this beefier hero and the Primal Beast, like if they have Scythe, that just changes everything in the matchups. It doesn't let Hiko play as free.
Yeah. The Smoke Ink is coming too late. They wanted to all get together and go for it, and now they've been sitting around this camp this entire time. Mini just walks up, gets the outpost, and I mean, he is still alone here, but they get the D ward. Everybody wasn't in position. They couldn't go for it. A little bit unfortunate for the sides of Ravens, but no runes. They're taking full advantage. They're pushing these waves out, regaining the map. And then if they wanted to, they could even put some pressure onto one of these, maybe the tier 2 tower mid.
How do you kill Mini with this shard? How do you kill him twice?
That's a good question.
Feels like they need to, I don't think he can be the first target. They just don't have the raw damage for it, Unless Rubik has some really good steal, like Scythe or something, Undying isn't going to offer for it. Timber has damage, but not that fast and not that sustainable of damage. So unless they get like some true scenario,
they need to ignore the Morphling.
Yeah, the one with Scotty that has 274 damage.
Okay.
He's a hard guy to ignore, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, yeah, it's going to have to be around this Aegis expiring or Mini going in too far, which, to be fair, it's been a couple crazy mini games the past couple of days.
That's
this guy's
definitely
gone
true.
A little bit psycho from time to time. But he'll claim that tier 2 tower for freebie. and continue to farm up this side of the map. Serum does the same. Ravens, are they going to go as the Aegis is expiring? Still 50 seconds.
And I'm saying all this, but like if the troll just ensnares him and wails away, he is Scotty. He's got a decent amount of damage. Maybe he can do it.
That's fair. Yeah, it's a good point to consider. It depends a lot more upon like the jump and how these fights are played out than anything else.
Yeah, this Primal Beast Tree Protector definitely lacking some synergy here. He's breaking all the
Dire's top
trees.
tower is under attack.
Just trampling over everything.
Yeah, that's not good. Smoke up as the Aegis has 10 seconds left.
I think
Kara, they move up. They find him. Gets the Glimmer Cape off. It won't matter. Dead on Undying.
I feel like just by the way he was standing, he knew exactly what was happening there. Like he was in between them and Dad. Dad was farming one camp, trying to head down to the shop, I think, for a second or two. And same thing with his timber. Just him dying secures the escape of both of them.
Right. Doing what they need to do. And there is still like some item progression going on. Timbersaw ends up finishing off the Sanj, trying to go into the Kaya next. But they're going to smoke up now.
Dire's bottom
As
tower is
for
falling.
Undying will respawn and come join them again, most likely.
No one expects the
Are scanning.
dead hero smoke play.
Right? I mean, they're all over here. They're all very close by. Serum, ready to interrupt this. Oh, they're going to break smoke right on his invis. Dad there. Thinking about it. Primal Beast on the other side of the river from him. I mean, this has the setup like there could be a fight here. But without vision, it's pretty hard for No Runes to just go up there.
They do know they're all up there. Like they've figured that out with the wards up top.
This is a way to go. Rocks, pulverized, BKB, they're right on top. Stolen pulverized, though, now in some trouble. Control, toss in, they find him. Pulls him back low. Can they kill him off in time? Hiko gets away, but the Mystic Flare kills off this Mar. Guts ran away, double Force Staff, tries to run, gets the Reaper Scythe off. It's almost enough, but Dad, he still ends up going down. Guts lives through it. He's not low enough where they can actually go in for the full kill, it doesn't look like.
Oh, the
he
telekinesis.
survives through it. And the waveform in. Dismar is gone. Triple kill for Mini. It just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, it was a bit too nice. Mini just able to stand tall pretty freely during that one, unfortunately for him. As Hiko just dies to his own pulverize, but in the end it was
Dire's
fine.
bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
all right throwing his life away there if it means that Mini gets a big win.
I mean, yeah, I think in a way it kind of felt like if you go on the Primal Beast, who cares?
Dire's bottom tower
No.
is falling.
You got a Necro and a Morphling. And Trent.
Ooh, it's a tough one. It's a situation where you're mid-tine. He hasn't had a very good opportunity to progress throughout a lot of the game. His like toss-up and toss-back plays aren't necessarily that favorable in this match because of some of the range of these other heroes. We got like the Blinking Tree who can just jump in and overgrowth after. You got Skywrath Mage who's playing from the backline and has 4 staff saves to help out the people. So it's the initial jump is tough for them, and they're trying to get these turnaround plays and trying to sneak up on high ground so that they essentially let No Runes initiate for themselves. But not being able to find that perfect fight for them. It is an almost max Roche spawn here. Comes out close
Okay.
to 3 minutes.
Nice.
I guess that's favorable for Ravens, but I don't know how much of it's going to change in that time frame.
Yeah, I guess that might almost be the point where it goes the other direction, right? Where it's like, hey, they can buy more time, but like if they take a bad fight in that period of time, suddenly they're even further behind, you know?
Yeah, and like sometimes it's good because you're trying to build up, but you're also more pressured to play around the Roche pit this whole time too. So you get kind of like locked on this side of the map, whereas No Runes might not care as much.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what ends up happening.
All right, we got an active strike here for Rubik. Unfortunately, it's the agility.
No. That would have
Yeah.
been cool if he could have got the strength one. That would have been sick.
That is what he needs.
Smoke up. Who do they find? Now, the Ravens have been able to do a good job of shutting down vision. Pico drops a ward immediately, finds one, tries to get up close. Avalanche interrupt, but the Pulverize up on the high ground. They even dropped the Reaper's sight there. That one hurts. Will it matter, though? Not so sure. Troll disarmed, turns to fight Illusions. That's not going to be good enough there. They do get the pullback onto Guts. Pop the BKB, gets the disarm, gets the dispel, turns to try and kill one, does manage to find him. Stolen Overgrowth now. That's a great spell to take away. Disarmed Mini, Hiko tries to turn, Dad bullies him back, and one by one, they've managed to kill almost all of them. They move back forward, looking for the Skywrath Mage. Does manage to get the Glimmer Cape runaway. Stolen Arcane Bolt, needs to get out of there. Raven, rather Dismar on Ravens is, oh, his blink got canceled by the Cloak of Flames. And so it ends up actually not being so great for Ravens in the end, but it was a couple buybacks.
Yeah, very quick. I'm not sure. I guess it's just because the Roche is possibly coming up here as they do grab Kara to top it off there. And Jupiter just going to go sit in the pit and be like, where is this thing? It should be here like any second now. Guaranteed next 30 seconds, everyone. And he's going to have to wait till the end. I think I only had like a 3 seconds that I missed or something, so.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to know when it's up.
Well, there are some other interesting things, and we saw the power of Troll in that fight, how good it could be. He also now gets the Penta-Edge Sword, which I feel like this might be the best hero that you can get it on.
Yeah, that is huge. To help out with the ensnares, plus the Abyssal Blade, so the continued lockdown is very real.
Yeah, he's got some good range now, but it might also not matter. We'll see. I mean, it's only a 4K gold lead, you know? I've seen worse before, but the age just definitely hurts. Ooh, are we gonna see a Skywrath shard? Did just get buffed. Can you imagine? Like, he Mystic Flares, and Dad just thinks he can kill the Skywrath easily, and suddenly he's just got like 1 billion armor.
It is kind of wild. I've seen some clips that make it look rather frightening. Definitely something that I would think is built to try and enable a little bit more of this core Skywrath Mage into the mid lane. But still helpful later on.
Yeah. Very helpful. Flicker. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this and I kind of feel like I do like the power of this Troll. He looks really strong, and I think that this Penta-Edge Sword is going to make a big difference. Maybe I'm coping too much here though.
It's definitely possible, but between the Ghost Shroud and the E-Blade and the Heaven's Halberd, you know, it's not easy to stick on someone.
True.
What sort of prize is this?
Yeah, we'll have to see how these fights play out. If you can get that dynamic of like Rubik pulling back in one at a time and Troll just stays on that one target, it seems pretty good. And this is a good way to do it. You find him right at the start, mini waveforms away, and they don't have the Troll right on top of him at the start of that. So can't get in there without Abyssal Blade to lock him down.
That is unfortunate. Certainly can use that one there for the team. And now they're starting to close out the map here with that gem being done on Serum. He's been wandering around, closing on any wards. You can see that right now they don't really see a whole lot. They're being scanned right now as well by no runes, so they know exactly where Ravens are sitting, where they're roosting, as it were.
Do Ravens roost?
Oh, they roost. Big roosters.
Okay.
They're roosting
Big
all
roost.
over the place. Yeah.
Dropping a sentry down. They now spot that sentry, I think, on no runes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Dad? Oh, my God. They
Ah,
pinged him.
run.
They saw that he was up there. They hurled rocks.
Rocks.
That is really funny.
All right, we're just going to hang out up here, I guess, huh?
It
Who
is
wants it?
strange
Come
that-
on.
I feel like we see this a lot with South American teams. I think it's been a couple of different ones where we've seen where they'll like sort of battle on this lane.
Yeah, we had some. I mean, this one's a little bit better because it's like it's the Dire Ancients. Like, sure, they're from here, but we've had games that took place down here 20 minutes before they were supposed to.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild. Oh, man. When do you buy Blink on this troll? This is such a tough call. It's like he wants his buyback, but he's only 300 gold away. Like, does he just straight up buy a Blink down? If he does, what does he do? Does he just get rid of his treads? Does he just
I
slot
don't
it
know.
in there?
I'm not sure. It is a bit of a weird decision to make.
They're going to smoke up here on no runes, though.
Looking for the big wraparound. This is one of those game-winning or game-losing plays. Which is it going to be? They find the Undying right at the start. That is a quick death. And round 2 of this is BKB pulverized. No help. No help at all for Benjaz. Stolen Reaper's Scythe, though. That could come back to play later, but no one dying for 50 and no Timber for 70.
Man, no one else even got a touch on that Undying. That was actually all just the Morphling. 1,944 damage instantly.
Oh my goodness. Rocks, it's there. On the Tiny. Looks for it. Toss back. A little bit of lag. Right at the perfectly wrong time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that lag too. I got that lag too.
Oh, no.
He is bashed, though. He's bashed in the air.
Oh,
I don't know if that was with an Abyssal or was with Abyssal. So immediately he's trying to bring him down. Lift is there. Dead. Round 2. They've got Reaper's Scythe. Can they blow him up in time? Looking for it. Stunned. Reaper gone.
Oh my god, that's his first death? That was a 7x kill streak? That's a lot of gold for a Rubik.
What did he buy? He's bringing it out right now. Oh, it's the shard.
Dire's
Okay.
is under attack.
Okay. 60 seconds left until another scythe as well. 2 permanent. Sorry, now he's 4 mana regen.
Does he, are there any other shards that he can get in this one? If he gets, I guess if he steals a Hansi's skill, he probably gets
Yeah.
the thing. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, actually, yeah, I don't think he does. Don't think he would get the buff, but I haven't tested that. I presume he doesn't, though. And I don't think rocks would be linked to anything where that would be weird and work, so that's probably not going to happen.
Dude, you remember when we were like, how did they kill Morphling twice? And we were like, you know, there might just be some mini things that happen.
Well, you know, so many things.
I think that Dad just put his boots on his courier and sent it back home. Has the Blink Dagger done. Hansi's low. No mini for another 25 seconds. They do not have buyback. Smart says, get the hell out of their base. What are you doing?
Are they seriously
What?
going to get racks first?
I think they are. Ravens moving on in. Now, they do... Oh, wait. Lift. Reaper's guts. He's down. He's dead. 100 seconds. Oh, they can't afford to lose any more here.
Let this
Rocks
Rax
is
go.
connecting.
They got to let it
Glyph.
go, right?
The glyph. Mini, he's TPing in. There's no more Reaper Scythe on the Rubik, but this is still a very tense moment. The buyback comes. Dad, he's in deep, trying to take down Hiko. The root is there. The disarm. Morphleet's doing nothing in this fight. Guts also very far in, very under control, about to die. Does he get it off in time? He does, but he ends up killing himself. Dad lives. Kara burning, dying. The tombstone is down. In virtue of the Rubik, I don't know if it's going to end up mattering. Holy hell. What did we just witness, Trent?
I don't even. He still needs 130 gold on Morphling for buyback, and he's 3,100 right now. So that should tell you something. So it's very costly for him, but they know that there's 90 seconds with no Necrophos. They're going to know there's also no Timbersaw, though, however, if they've been keeping an eye on those timers. And that is a bit of a scary one here for Ravens. Roche will be back up in 50 if they want to wait for that. I'm not sure how hard they're going to end up knocking on the door here.
Now, one thing in the midst of all of that they might not realize is that Rubik has Overgrowth stolen.
Ooh, that's
So
huge.
another one of those like interesting dynamics. If they catch the Morphlane after a Manta, I guess he still has Satanic, but it's scary. Dude.
That is true though. Yeah, Manta and Satanic and BKB, and you're gonna be shifting while you're stunned too. Like, there's a lot of things working in Mini's favor.
Right.
But he died once before, so you know, can happen again.
True. Serum does take the extra living armor bonus armor at 20. We're getting close to that. I mean, that's the other thing that we haven't really talked about. The level 25 talent for Treant might just be the end of the game if they get there, and it could happen.
It could happen again. I didn't think it would happen once. It might even happen twice. We got ourselves the, what, 14 minutes? You think we'll make it there? We got ourselves some tier 5 neutrals?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, this game could be over in like 2 minutes.
Most certainly could. Unfortunately, not maybe not that fast with this Roche being delayed. Another minute and 20 seconds. Now, that fight might determine. It might not matter who gets the Aegis per se. It might just be who loses the most heroes there with no buyback.
Only 2 without buyback because of timer, both the Timber and the Necro. And for Radiant, a lot of heroes without buyback that are close on gold.
I can't believe Mr. Jeans has the same number of, oh. Actually, he only has 2 side stacks. Never mind. Okay. 2 side stacks be the higher value ones. Okay, I see.
Right.
I see. Yeah. So he's only getting 12 HP and 4 and 6 mana, whereas Rubik gets 8 HP and 4 mana. Wow. Because it scales.
Right. That's the one.
You see, that's how it works, folks. Don't worry, I got you covered. This is like when I was looking at Legion and just looking at the new numbers for scaling with like max level of duel. Like, damn, that's a lot of damage.
I don't know if I saw it, but did Necro kill himself with Scythe on the Lotus? I think
I'm
he
not sure
did.
either. I definitely saw him throw it out onto, I think, a full HP, like Undying or something.
There's not, yeah. Oh, Dismar. Blinks in some trouble. Lotus walks away. Overgrowth onto everybody. But can they get there in time? Troll, he's too far away. Blinks in right on top. Tries to root, gets the bash, sealing him off. It's not quite enough to kill him. Mini
Scythe
gets the waveform away. And Scythe's stolen. And now kill him off. Oh, so that's Necro and Timber both dead. Ravens, they managed to work it yet again. And somehow it's the heroes without buyback that keep dying.
Dismar, man. Dismar. Like, I seriously think he's the only way they're still in this game.
Yeah.
Like, he was the one player that had the opportunities for the big pullouts here, and he's actually doing it. Just pulling out the big spells every time.
Throwing rocks. Throwing some rocks. Hiko in right at the start. Glimmer. They want to bring this down if they can. God. Scary stuff, though. Scary stuff. Blink broken. Troll can't get in there.
Woo!
That's him already dead. Tiny buys back. Undying buys back. They want to fight this. Do not want to give it up for nothing. Still no Necro for 40 and no Timber for 30.
And they're so hard to fight into right now. Hiko's itemization here between like having the Stormcrafter and the Yules. He's very hard to actually lock down and kill. And then you still have a full Aeon disc unpopped here on Jupiter.
What else is left? They do have, as the Tombstone is dropped, Reaper's Scythe back up in 7. Avatos can't afford to die in this Tiny. BKB back up in 1. But so dangerous to run into this one. But the Reaper Scythe is back up.
They could blink Abyssal and blink Scythe at the same time, and Hiko dies, I think. Like, can they actually save him if they do that?
Thinking about running into the pit. They don't see
God,
him.
Mini just ate like 8 mangoes.
Toss. It's dropping down. Eul Scepter lift up onto the Troll. Tries to bring him down. The Reaper Scythe, the damage, it's there. Immediately buys back. Mini gonna need to wait for him in. This is getting real close. They're dropping on the ground so they can see how low Roche is. The gem it's
vision.
there. Null Talisman on the ground, runs through on Hiko, Avatos on the Guts, backs away, the root, the overgrowth, and Mini, he gets it! He steals everything! Oh, but is he gonna get a bash? Is he gonna get killed? Lifts him out and throws him out of the pit. They decide to give up on this fight, and Dismar is gonna drop. Oh,
Dude,
and if Dad doesn't get out, it will have all been for nothing. I thought maybe he could have done something to Mini there, but now he goes in really far. They got the lift onto the Primal Beast, keeping him in place, but the turnaround, the Pulverize, it's there. Force Staff, walk away, doesn't have
He's
ulti,
got 90
tosses to the
armor.
Rubik, blinks out. Oh my god. Heal back up your Troll Warlord. God, this is such a hard fight to take now. And the tiny Avalanche needs to run away, is gonna live through this round of fights.
That was actually so nasty. The uproar there when he turned and Dad tried to attack him, he had 90 armor. Like,
Oh my god.
he was looking pretty good on Hiko, let's just say. I mean, he was not very concerned. That was really cool, actually, too. Like the active reveal, as you were saying, where they were trying to like spot inside the pit. The Aegis and the Aghanims and the Cheese were still in there for a while too. I don't know if they actually brought them out.
Necro has the Aghanims now.
Oh, okay, there we go.
So they did. Boots are still on the ground.
Oh man.
Okay.
And they actually did exactly what we were talking about with like Hiko, right? They blink Abyssal, blink Sight, they kill him. But unfortunately, of course, he had the buyback, and so that was sort of their big card that they had to try and win that fight. And it gets used into the buyback, and he doesn't immediately, just die right after he returns or something like that. And Mini was only late to that fight because he brought out a courier, and he moved 3 of his slots into his backpack to just eat mangoes. He just munched a shitload of mangoes before that fight, so he had full mana to go in.
Well, it is severely swung into the favor now of no runes, and Ravens, the fights already look tough. Now you've got, so many different things that it'd be worried about. The Ghost Shroud, active, extra stuff from it with the Aghanim Scepter. But more importantly is just going to be like all of these levels getting up higher and higher, having the Aegis still for a little bit. Mini does not have that much more room to grow, though. And that's something to be slightly concerned about.
I mean, he's got 9k gold, so yeah. He's feeling a little tapped out because he already has a Moonshard.
I guess the Aghanims is pretty worth it in this game. That's something that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he hasn't gone for that yet, honestly. Like, going for a Moonshard instead. I mean, the Moonshard has added value versus the Undying, for sure. Like, we've already seen how hard it is for him to keep the Tombstone up versus Mini. Plus, he has the double Tombstones since he has the one on Death as well, so it's extra worth doing. I'd love to see that Eggs, though, as he said. Like, imagine just stealing the Troll's attack speed, I guess it's not that good versus Troll, is it, unfortunately, because of Fervor. Damn.
I mean, you're still losing a bunch of attack speed. It hurts no matter what, but it's not as bad as it would be for others, for sure. Tiny almost has Aghanim Scepter. I think he just buy out at this point. They need the damage. He doesn't have buyback anyways. Definitely buy out. But these fights where he's had to run in so many times to look for tossbacks, it's showing a pretty big weakness in their draft. So, 53 minutes in, Aghanim Scepter done for Tiny. Anything else that's really sticking out that we'll be seeing for anybody on the side of no runes? Serum's close to 25.
God, he actually is. That's so huge if he gets it.
Yeah.
But and now the Wind Waker as well for Hiko. His build, I love this build, I have to say. I think his items have been perfect. Rather than going in for like maybe a refresher or something, just opting for this survivability mix here with the Kaya Sanj and the Wind Waker.
Yeah,
cool.
it's interesting because it's like a very just good collection of items no matter what, but it does have the feel of like the guess the hero.
Yeah, a little bit.
The phase boots are the weird ones. And that pulverized duration lasting that much longer now. And Ravens just stuck inside their base with not a whole lot to do. But they will wait it out as long as they can. They want to wait out this Aegis. And for no runes, it feels like they're going to use the duration of this Aegis just to keep farming up and then try and control the map. Could be susceptible to a gank squad if that does come out.
Feels like they kind of have to go for it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Although, I feel like so much of this game has been based upon Rubik being able to steal like Reaper's Scythe in particular.
Yeah. Oh, just chucking some global concussives out.
Yeah.
That's all the Radiant feel comfortable doing for now.
keep the pressure on where they can. And 32-25 with 2.5 minutes until Roche is capable of respawning. We will see Ravens head out into their own jungle, try and gain some type of a foothold on this section of the map.
Almost 25.
That's right. Dude, when it happens. He's also getting a refresher. Holy crap. That's so awesome.
Oh, damn. Yeah, he is. He's actually done. Courier's going to bring it out.
Dude, that's really cool. So double overgrowth, 5 seconds apiece with no
insane.
capability to dispel.
That is actually insane.
What do? You're just like, you're just
Nothing.
chilling.
You're just there for, and this Morphling has like,
Oh, the
has a
timeless relic.
satanic. He's just gonna stand there and attack you. Dude, come on, don't take the timeless relic. Don't do this to them.
Dude, Serum should definitely take the timeless relic.
Oh no, stop.
So you should ask for it. He's 25. Dude, what if he took the living armor AoE? All right, this is their timing.
There
Dude,
we go.
literally, that's all they were waiting for.
Yeah, let's go. There's like, I don't care where the creeps are, just fight them. Serum's gonna die, 100%. He's gonna die with a single overgrowth. You guys ready for this? That's how much we've hyped this up. It's the only thing that can possibly happen now.
They anticipate that there's wards up there, but they aren't going to get them. Now they're gonna run into the base. Ooh, who do they find? Everybody's out of range. Ismar shows himself in the mid lane. Oh! He glimmers, runs away.
Just be very quiet.
Yeah, they're like, oh god, they're here, run away. I see the wards down. Dude, they were ready. Smoke looks for one. Abba wants a toss back. Hansies, you can't find him. Nico, there with the pulverize. You need to save him. Where's the lift? Reaper Scythe, he's gone. Does have buyback though. Mini waveforms in. Gets started to be demolished, but the pulverize, the breakdown Mini. 100 seconds, he's gone. Tiny moves in, toss back. Where's the overgrowth? Where's the anything? They don't have, okay, that's pretty good, but will they be able to do enough? Mini on top of both of them. Drops his own tombstone now, tries to beat down the Timbersaw. Turns out the overgrowth undispellable is still very strong as everybody is dying. And with no Tiny and no Timbersaw, no runes, they might go for the all-in here.
Yeah,
Tier 4
I think
towers.
they're at this point now. They can't really see who's lurking in behind there, but they're definitely not afraid of it. There is the refresher, though. Gonna bring that eggs back out. Everything's back up here, unsuspectedly, for the Troll Warlord.
Timbersaw just got
a lot to do.
They move in, tries to find them. Abyssal, the overgrowth, immediately as the waveform comes out. They're keeping them under control, but they're not fighting. Have they gone in a bit too far? Can No Runes escape from the clutches, or are they just gonna turn around and kill everybody? That looks like it's the case. Troll Warlord dead for 2 minutes, and that should be the end of it. GG is called. No Runes. They take the first match of this best of 3.
That was so sad. The overgrowth came out on the Troll. He BKB'd, got Lotus, and used his Dispel on the Aghanim. All three at once.
Nothing's working.
Nothing. Why is it still on me? And then, of course, they were backing away. You're right. But that's because he'd used everything. And then they just slowly trickled back in and killed him. So.
Rough game, man. So everybody talks about tier 5 neutral items as the game ending thing, but it turns out it's just tree at level 25.